And here we are. It is Saturday night. It is finals time, and it is a prelim final to get into the grand final. And as the cream rises to the top on the field, it also does in the commentary box. And welcome back to my old mate, Mr. Craig Schicker.
Thank you, Tone. It's a pleasure to be back here at Chook Park tonight. All 6 lights are on. This place is lit up. The game's going to be hot. Today's action has been hot. But now we're at the pinnacle, right? We've got a couple of State League games. There's the officials over there. Tammy Varga signals a warning. Was that 2 minutes away?
2 minutes away. And I'll tell you what, not 2 minutes away, but a metre away from you. We've got our stats man tonight, Mr. Braden Munn. Welcome, buddy.
Thank you, Tone. It's a bit chilly out here, but my fingers will do all right, I hope. Getting a pen and paper, good.
The action will warm us up, Braden. Don't worry about that.
It will.
Radiating off the field.
And speaking about stats, we should talk about the game. Huge game for both teams. Winners out, winners in, loser out. Who wins tonight, Chicks?
I've had a quick chat to both coaches, both coaching staff already pre-game. No changes from last week, so Glenelg went down, as we know, in that semi-final #1 to Brighton. So they've gone through unchanged. They feel that they've got enough firepower in there to blow Woodville away. Woodville got the 2 goalkeepers unchanged as well after their big victory over Burnside. It's going to go down to the wire. We've had an overtime game already this year, Tone.
With this team?
With this team. Last meeting, Woodville up by 2 or 3, I believe.
Yeah, Woodville up by 1 in Golden Goal.
Last time they played?
Last time they played.
Yeah, so I'm thinking Glenelg by 2 tonight.
Glenelg by 2. Braid, what are you thinking, buddy? You've been all over the stats there.
Well, given that every single game has ended with either a 1-goal win or a 6-goal win Glenelg's way, I'm going to go with 3 Glenelg's way.
Get a split down the middle.
Split the difference.
Well, like a rose between 2 thorns, I'm going to be the one that just puts it out there, and we always like to have this. I like the way that Woodville played their last game against this side, and recent form is good form. And getting up in Golden Goal by 1, I reckon we're going to go back to there. And I think Woodville by 1 in Golden Goal. So I'd get my tonsils up.
No bias.
No bias?
No bias.
No. And
just clearing that up.
Yep. I'm always big on recent form. And the games previous to this, Glenelg got up, and I think Woodville were within 1 to 2 goals for one of them. So they've had some close games. Finals brings out a different action.
Look, I'm with you, Tone. I think Woodville's best is clearly good enough to get them through to the grand final next week. It will be. It's going to come down to the big guns, isn't it? Olivia Park has been huge this year. Massive.
But she's got to play with the fact of bringing others into the game. And I think last week we saw it a couple of times against Burnside. Had opportunities to present a ball forward, which would have opened up for much easier shots or opportunities.
Yep.
She's really got to bring that team game into her game.
Yep. Her repertoire.
But you know. Again, we talked about goalkeepers. Mel Ryan's been huge. Carly Evans been huge for these teams. They're going to have to be huge. You know, the backup keeper of Geordie. There's some real, but Jess Froud's been good. You know, Chelsea Gilbert in the last few weeks has really hit her straps.
Throughout this season, I think she's taken the game to another level. Yep. Chelsea Gilbert had some real success during the state series at Sturt there as well. Won a national title, was a big player during that week. She's got immense confidence.
She's probably only just finding form again after the ankle injury she had soon after that state tournament. So that could be a big plus for Glenelg.
And in the middle here, we see Nikki Haynes up against Liv for the first centre draw. And that certainly has been the way they've really, I think Jess Morrison always comes to play with these sides. And she's been very good. She got 3 or 4 in the last meeting where they did go down in overtime and sort of brought them back in that man-up situation. But ball down the back in Gilbert's stick, as we spoke about. This light just starting to... it's almost a bit dark out here at the moment, but Gilbert comes around. Good save there from Ryan, and that's the way you like to start the game. Get one on the body. Doesn't matter how they don't go in. And Gilbert with the first shot of the game.
Yeah, I reckon the first 10 minutes will be tough on both teams. Tone, that you're right. The light is now transitioning from daylight to artificial, so there'll be 10 or 15 minutes of it will be a slug, won't it?
It'll be an absolute slug in this light. as we see there, Copping with the ball, kicks it over to off to Hyde. Tam with the ball, just carries it into offence. Good forward, but missed the handle. And that one's going all the way down to the back corner. So Evans picks the ball up, and she'll probably give that to Lucinda Silvestri up the side here. No, finds Morrison in between that, and Glenelg coming back the other way at speed. But I think Woodville have numbers here. Good check there. But deemed to be a little close to the head from Mia Enge, and Glenelg will start with the ball. So you'd expect this in this final, that little bit of scrappy, just a bit like those prize fighters, throwing a punch here and throwing one back the other way. And
nice little check.
I was going to say, good check on the bottom hand, wasn't it?
Smith it was, yep. Morrison will get the ball back.
And Jess has to bring others into the play. If she tries to do everything herself, she could bring this a little undone. But she holds the key for me in this offence.
Beckett. Darcy getting looked after by Kit McKay down there in the bottom right-hand corner. Up she goes. So Glenelg getting a bit of a feel for it, Tone, early.
Well, Dinning with the ball, steps up top, fires, and that one's just going wide. And we say in finals, isn't it? It's all about opportunities, what you do with those opportunities. So they've got had a couple of opportunities here and gone wide and hit the keeper, but ball down the back here. So Glenelg in offence again, kicks that up, and that's not what they want.
It's a high one, so... And
that ball is going to be picked up by Glenelg and put up. There's no over and back in the women's game, like we're used to in the men's. And Evans just running the ball down. She has done that over her entire career. And just want to send a shout out to Nikki Voisey too. Did her 650th senior game today for the officials. So congratulations, Nikki Voisey, on 650. That's a lot of games to officiate.
Looks like a couple of matchups that may be occurring out there. Tone, nice, another great save, Mel Ryan. It's what we come to expect from the great left-hander. Nice, great pass, outlet there.
Now the Warriors with an opportunity to have some attack. And we talk about those opportunities again. That's the third opportunity they've had down there. Mel Ryan, bang, bang, bang. One wide, two stops.
Now we know it's going to be a tough start. The light of change. Good outlet, Holly Dinny gets the ball down, nice and constructed offensive now. Laura Evans will pick up her big danger, Holly Dinny, tonight.
Absolutely. She's one of those young guns, as with Mia Inge, who have been pivotal in this offence. And again, there's one for me too. Adriana Smith has been on the scoreboard for the Warriors, and she finds herself with 2 or 3 on the board every time. So Parker up against Morrison, looks the other side, tries to go through 2, and is going to get a free look from the 15-metre mark. And if you want a free look, get in touch with the 180 Finance chicks, 180finance.com.au, 0480 311 301, and they'll give you a free shot at looking
First
after
big opportunity for the game. Parker inside, bounces it down. Evans has it covered. Scrap in the middle
Ball
there.
to be won.
Inge collects. Ball scoots out the back, and Silvestri will mop up.
And Silvestri will take motors down the field.
Bianca McKay
Good,
been deemed to be pushing. Silvestri will get the ball back.
Good pressure on the way out. That's what you like to see. And we saw that last week in that the game between Glenelg and Brighton. The pressure Brighton put on this Glenelg side in their transition from offence to defence. So ball is down the back here. Kicked over to Dinning. Dinning, little inside cut there. Just creating space. Gets inside again. Dinning up the top shelf, and Mel Ryan says, nope. I've seen that before. And ball picked up there by Beckett. And we'll bring it back into offence. So 4 shots for Glenelg so far. 3 saves from Ryan.
Oh, looked like to be some poor communication on the pickup there. Gilbert nearly took advantage of it, took the ball through X. Parker picked her up late. Backdoor cutting.
And another save there from Ryan. So here's an opportunity. Just needs to spread that and go hard here. So she has the ball in her stick. And a bit of pushing going on there by Inge, and that's going to be deemed to be illegal. And we see the mosquitoes just start to fly out here as well, Shix.
They are. It's that time of night. Yep.
Couple of little ones I could ride later. So ball with Parker. She's got to look to get her opportunities and get in on the cage. So Parker again gets in. Just trying to do a little bit too much there. Just need to do the simple things in the finals. So that's a second turnover now. We've had by driving into that centre there from Woodville. And ball will come out through Glenelg. No fast start allowed. And just that second time that Parker's actually tried to get in on that, tried to beat 2 or 3 inside and turn the ball over now. So Glenelg coming back the other way.
Haynes gets the free ride out. She'll be met by Smith at the halfway line. And Glenelg will carry the ball down into attack. Smith, oh, a lot of pressure on there. Bit of tangle of legs.
And they'll just pick himself up. Luckily, we've had some rain in the vicinity over the last few days. It's
softened the grass
softened the grass up for those ones.
Yep. Haynes goes inside. Keely Shido across to... who we got out there on the far side there, Tone? We've got Jess Morrison.
Jess Morrison out on the outer side there.
She goes to Silvestri and attacking is the way they go. Inside ball, flag was raised. 3-second call against Annie Ritchie, who's just popped out onto the field for her first field of the game. So Silvestri will get the restart. Top of the 18-inch he gets. Shots on.
Save again from Ryan. That's her 5th save of the game so far. Certainly come to play, and another opportunity here for the Warriors as it's brought down here by Michaela Ritchie. So Michaela just being asked to take the ball down to the X position, picked up there, kicks it to Smith. Smith looking to create some space here against that's Gilbert, who finds herself down in the. Oh no, it's not. Sorry. That is Lily Hayes down in the back line. I saw the 2 and just got a little bit confused there through the camera.
She's done well. She's turned the ball over, so Lily Hayes will get an exit clear here. I'm looking at a few other matchups here from Glenelg. Looks like a young Keely Shido has been assigned the task of Mia Inge tonight.
Yeah, they look like they're coming, as soon as that gets down into the offence, they're coming together down there. So Hayes with the ball, under pressure there from Bianca, and just some pressure, but called to be pushing. So Nat Owens right on the spot there. And Lily has a little outlet just up as a substitution might have happened there. And that was through Lucinda Silvestri. Ball down the back here.
Yep, Gilbert to Dinning. Dinning drives that right-hand side that she's so accustomed to.
Puts
Nice.
pressure on, looks inside. Well, good pick up. But ball comes out the other side and back down there with
Morrison. Morrison through X. So Glenelg get a chance to steady and recoup for the first score of the night. Goes left, goes right, shot low. Another great save, Mel Ryan coming up trumps early here. That's her 6th save.
And they just need to capitalise down in this offensive end, don't they? You know, they've now had 6 turnovers effectively with those saves. They need to put one on the board and put that offensive pressure back onto, well, the defensive pressure back onto Glenelg. But they haven't had a real full set yet down here in the offense. So just trying to create some space. Smith down the back, up against Inge. Inge looks inside, steps around under good pressure there though. Oh, fires high, and that's going to be a green ball, but that's just a little shot over the top there from Mia. So got in well, but great defense there too from Keely. Just not allowing her the easy shot. Ball up to Bianca McKay. McKay looking for an option.
Bianca McKay's been a constant scorer for Woodville this year as well. She right place, right time type of player, isn't she?
She's
very smart.
and you can see that they've put Evans on her. She's picking up, so they've obviously rated. Good work there from Liv. Good defence again there from Borovnik, though. And that's the third turnover potentially for coming off the stick of Parker.
Lawson collects the ground ball up to Gilbert, who's a racehorse. Off she goes. Fast break opportunity. Moves the ball through Beckett. Picked up by Often Hyde nice and early, and Woodville shut down what could be a potential fast break opportunity.
I like the running there of Michaela Ritchie too, to just get in front of Chelsea Gilbert to not allow that 1-2. So Woodville at the moment, you'd be, well, there's had that one opportunity, which is, and there, that's a bit of a early coach killer in the in a final, isn't it? Just throwing the ball and missing it and out of bounds.
Well, we mentioned it's going to be difficult first 5-10 minutes, so we're seeing that the light is just readjusting, the eyes are readjusting, I should say. The light is changing.
Yep.
As the artificial takes over.
As Butterfield comes on the field. And it gets picked up fairly quickly there by Keely Shodo with an outlet. Mel Ryan, sorry. And good work there from Amy Butterfield. Amy Butterfield kicks that ball down here to Dinny. Inge. Inge will kick it down to Smith, and another offense. So no score if you've just joined us live and free on LSA TV. We're about 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, and it is an arm wrestle, Shicks.
It is. It is at this point. Woodville just changing players up there, freeing up a few matchups through the restraining line, which is good. Dinny now likes the little one-on-one here. She goes at Froud down the right-hand channel. Right-handed shot, scores the first one.
There we go. Holly Dinny just opened up the lane down the right-hand side. We'll see that on the 180 Finance replay. First blood to the Woodville Warriors here in this prelim final.
Natural lefty, goes right down the alley, has a good look at it, doesn't she, Tone, and beats world-class goalkeeper.
And Holly Dinny, just one of those young guns in this Woodville side, just managed to put that one away. And Woodville, that's after a bit of the arm wrestle with plenty of opportunities down there for Glenelg. One against the grain almost with the limited offense they have had.
A lot of their offensive drive has been coming through Liv Parker. They made the matchup change and drew her through the restraining line. Got Tam Often Hyde down there to shake the tag. Isolation out wide. Holly Dinny. Hollywood, they call her.
Hollywood. And you can see why. There's bright lights on and she comes to play. And but back into the, and Gilbert says, well, maybe it's my turn to make a star. And, that's just, that one there must have been screened by that. We'll have a look at that one on the replay because our cameraman, Christian, who's back on our Spielberg of all cameras, is right behind that. Look here. So just gets the ball up top. Dinning goes to get through. Oh, actually, I don't know. There was a screen there from that angle.
Yep.
She changed the levels and she shoots the ball pretty hard. It's not an easy save.
Just snuck one through for Jamie
Dinning.
What have we got? Pridham or Dinning?
We'll go Dinning tonight.
Message us online if you can.
So 1-1 is the score. About 2 minutes to go, and getting out of the centre there is as the cowbell goes. So we've got 30 seconds to go. Our clock just on the is just out. So they want to hold this up. They don't want to concede another score before quarter time, and they have. And that is through that player that I was talking about earlier, Jess Morrison. Big bounce shot just up to top corner, and that's a great shot.
Yeah, a little shake and bake sent. You can see that there. Butterfield went low, giving the high option there. The strong hand. Morrison, a little bit of space, put it on the deck, bounced it up, landed it in the top corner there. Good shot, giving Mel Ryan a little chance. It's
the one that the coaches, you don't like that. 30 seconds to go, just shut that play down. And that's a huge 2 in about 30 seconds for the Seahawks. So another ball to be won here. They're just getting the centre draws at the moment. So limited time in the game, and that's going to be held up. So Holly picks the ball up, and Parker looks inside of Butterfield, just throws it away. Parker.
Bell went.
Bell has gone. But,
no damage. One she would have liked to take. No damage.
And we've got a 2-1 game here between Glenelg and Woodville. Glenelg currently leading 2-1. Goal scorers, Braid, for the game so far.
So first goal of the game, we had Holly Dinney for the Warriors to break that long drought to begin with at the 0-0. Then we had Jess Morrison to score the last one just there, the nice bounce shot. And before that, Jamie Pridham with the drive from the top centre.
Chicks, I want to talk a bit about the centre draws at the moment. But before we talk about the centre draws, we might go and hear a word from our sponsors.
What is refinancing? This means moving your mortgage across to a new lender that offers a mortgage package with a more competitive interest rate and more flexible features. Some of the reasons you may choose to refinance are home renovations, to access equity in your home, a change in circumstances that requires a review of your financial situation, or consolidating your debts. Are there fees associated with refinancing? The answer is yes. That's why it's important to make sure the savings you're going to make are greater than any fees charged for refinancing. As you can see, there are many factors involved in whether refinancing is right for you. I pride myself on being a professional mortgage broker and love working with my clients for the long term. I look to structure your finances according to your goals and provide you with strategies to achieve them. For more information, please call me on 0480 311 301.
Back we are here at the Rooster Park. It's a beautiful night out here, isn't it? Not a cloud in the sky. That light's just starting to take effect out here. And we were talking about centre draws just before we went off air. Shicks, about 3-1 to Glenelg at the moment.
Looks like 3-1. It does. Woodville had their own way last week. Early days against Burnside. Liv Parker really dominated the draw and they got out to a nice early lead. That's not the story tonight with young Sarah Haynes, Nikki Haynes, I should say,
Yep.
sister of,
who's done a fantastic job. And Braid, anything that's taken your eye so far?
Well, I was on the camera for a little bit, so I didn't get to do as many stats as I would have liked to, but I noticed that of the 7 saves in a row that Mel had in the first quarter, every single one of them, the first 6, came from, they drove from X.
Yep.
Jamie dodges from the top centre and she scores the first goal of the night for him. Jess Morrison dodges from the wing a bit higher, scores again.
Yep.
I reckon they might change their approach of attack from now on.
Had a chat about that, but we've got a 2-1 game here as we go into the second term. Parker wins that one to herself from Haynes. And Parker, she is picked up there by Lucinda Silvestri.
Yep, good help, D.
Just shuts down that break, and out the back she goes, Parker. 2 11s against each other, Silvestri and Parker. And a couple of people online at the moment. Sarah Ritchie says you got this, Woodville, watching from New Zealand. So, Sarah, we hope you're enjoying the live free coverage. We know you're always here, and good to see the girls doing well.
The land of the long white cloud, Tony.
That's it. Nothing to do with sheep, was there? No. Ball back up the top to Smith. Smith tries to drive down. Picked up by Morrison. Looks inside. Good cut. Looks the other side there. Just fakes the shot there, does Parker and Smith. So they've been playing this really good two-man game. Good work there from Silvestri. Just about picked the pocket of Parker. And that would have been turnover number 4 for Parker early in this game. But ball back up the top. So Liv with the ball. And Colleen O'Malley is also online. She says, can we zoom out to see more of the field and play? There's one way to see that, Colleen, and that is to be here live. And you'll see all of the field. But we thank you. We'll adjust that if we can. And Lyndon Arscott says lacrosse will be the winner tonight. So Lynn, obviously, there we go. As we see Richie, just a little up check there. I think that might have get picked up as well. And Annie Ritchie with pace. As Jess Morrison just tries to jack up the stick there.
Haynes it was. She's got picked the penalty there, but free possession, top centre. What's the stats here, you reckon, Braden? Oh, stats on shooting, 50-50?
They're electing to take shots more often than not from those nowadays.
Yeah, they are.
Now that they've brought the fan out a little bit further.
So without that 11 metre, just allows them to have a bit more space. As we see here, Bianca McKay kicks it to Parker. Parker, inside roll. She's under massive pressure and just throws that one to stick side low. And an outlet here, and Jess Morrison is that outlet, just doesn't quite hit it. And Smith is going to have to get in front here as there's an overload. She gets inside if she's given the opportunity. Dinning left by herself out the back. Dinning just steps, pops, and pops that one away. And Dinning gets on the board for her first of the second quarter, but that's her second of the game. And she was wide open on that backside, wasn't she?
She was. Great efforts there from Jess Morrison. She broke early from that save from Carly Evans. Half-hearted shot there. Good defensive efforts on Olivia Parker's shot. Carly picked up outlet big time to Jess Morrison. Took the field down. Nothing was on in that initial break. Took the ball through to X. The sliding was good from Woodville. The help cover was well organised. Jamie Pridham popped out on the right-hand side. Jamie Dinning or Jamie Pridham?
I'm going Dinning.
Jamie Dinning
with 2.
Popped out on the left-hand side. Help cover came, but overplayed. Dinning was able to go right and put their third goal past goalkeeper Mel Ryan.
It's just great offensive awareness there from Jamie, knowing that she had to get to the middle of the field, increase her angle a bit more. Did the pump fake, defenders froze, took a couple steps, banged it away.
What I liked, though, was the transition ball up the field. It moved quicker than the feet, and we always talk about it. But that first one from Evans, which hit Morrison, Morrison hits up an opportunity. And why wouldn't you hit up our sponsors, Traditional Group, on tradvc.com.au, 83763639 for your roofing, carport, guttering and veranda needs. Get in touch with the Traditional Group. And Sudsy will look after you, won't he, Shix?
Of course he will. Of course he will.
Special of the night tonight,
well,
I reckon.
We're expecting a little text message to come through from Sudsy in a minute to give us a weekend special.
It is indeed.
Final weekend of the show. It should be a good one.
And Rachel Jackson says, go Warriors, with some hand claps. And Stewie Hissy's watching online. Probably sitting in the Barossa just with a nice red in his hand.
Fire on.
Fire on.
Yeah.
Hey, listening to the best in the business here, Stu. So Parker wins that one. And we talked about those centre draws. That's 2 from Olivia now.
Can you believe Stuart Hissy has told me that he doesn't watch the commentary with the sound on. He prefers to listen to Kamal.
Really?
Kamal's classic hits.
Is that, I bet he puts hot chocolate on as well. But he gets a bit of that deep voice loving.
So Woodville into attack. Maybe Olivia Parker just starting to get back on top here. Centre draw wise. Smith with the restart.
And the shut-offs on those back corners, you can see there. And turnover. So Smith just giving another opportunity here for Glenelg. And great running out there from Dinny. And Dinny could get this back, but just didn't quite find her stick. Borovnik looks down, finds Gilbert. Gilbert just goes to step inside, outside, kicks it down to the back to Froud. Froud looks up and just settling there as Froud gets to go around the side, looks inside. And that is going to be a flag on the play.
Shots for the game, Braden?
For a 3 second.
For this quarter, we've got 1 for Glenelg for 1 goal and 1 for Two, sorry, for Woodville and 2 stick saves for Carly.
Froud, she's been good too. There's a free space, so Froud will take the ball from the, I call it the Jamaican, the hash there.
She will have really opened up here.
So this is where Froud's been good. She brings others into the play and just takes the ball out and says, let's have an offense. Lawson with the ball, kicks the ball back down there to Beckett. Beckett looks to go inside, looks to go outside. Kit just works her way. Nearly had the inside there. Borovnik, she doesn't score many, but she's certainly down in the offensive end. And she will kick the ball down here to Gilbert, and Gilbert just gets one at her feet. But look at the pace, steps inside, and there's another one, Gilbert. So that's 4 unanswered goals.
She's been impressive this year, Chelsea Gilbert. I mentioned in the pre-game, huge national title series they're playing for SA, where she had a massive week. Huge contribution, and again there tonight, just a little bit of space.
Just misses the ball here, but that pace and just bang. That's that 2 steps past, isn't it? Gets past Bianca Copping and allowed to get topside. And another one in the back of the net there for the Warriors.
Former beach sprinter showing her pace there, Tone.
Absolutely. Quick off the mark, wasn't she? Ball back in the centre, and we're going to have a redraw. As that one deemed to be not right. We see Haynes here up against Michaela Ritchie. So a change been made in that centre draw area. Ball up to be won. Haynes gets it in her stick. Great centre draw there from Haynes and moves the ball on quickly to Beckett. Beckett, oh, look at Morrison coming through the middle, but well picked up there by Ritchie. And Glenelg into offense. Ball. Inside roll from Froud was very good. And Tam is going to wear a flag there. But she probably needed to do that, didn't she? Getting on the inside there.
No, I thought that was good help D there, coping.
But Froud was smart there. Froud off the first step looks to take. I reckon she ran through. Oh, we're going to have a card here. Who's going to get this card?
Guess who?
Butterfield. She $1.08 this morning. Gamble responsibly for a card.
Who?
So
4-1 down, an undisciplined swing in the fan.
So Glenelg here with 2 minutes of man up, and you cannot leave Lucinda Silvestri on the backside like allowing to roam free. So Morrison kicks the ball up here to Evans. Evans kicks it down there. They'll look to create this 2-on-1 up the top here. On the other side, Morrison, good defense there, and flag on the play.
You wouldn't actually believe it, Tone, but Glenelg have had 6 yellow cards in their 3 matches, and Woodville have only had 5.
Wow, so it's pretty even. And ball, Morrison, she will get on cage, and there's another one, and that's 5. And just getting in on the cage, aren't they, Glenelg?
Pure speed from the restart. Look at Morrison explode out here. One thing on her mind, get in as close as I can and slot that through. Mel Ryan unable to save it.
Down low.
Woodville couldn't crash hard enough. 5-1 the result. Olivia Parker, her time on the interchange bench is a short stay, and she's back out there to centre draw with Nikki Haynes.
So ball. So what's that? 3 this quarter.
3 this quarter.
3 this quarter. So ball out of the centre draw. Ball to be won. Parker with the ball. Bobbling the ball, but gets it back. Good work there, and that'll be a push. One across the midriff. She's got Tam off to hide on the outer side here if they move the ball quickly with McKay. And that's the one they go to, but Tam drops the ball. Needs to get this back in her stick and look down the line.
Oh, she didn't look inside.
Big push. And Tam will take that push and looks back inside again. Oh, that's 2 passes in a row that just haven't hit the stick here. Good work there from Copping to be able to back that one up. And Copping, she's not used to being down in that offensive end.
Good outlet pass though. Looks like Smith now just trying to settle. Even, penalty expired. Out comes Annie Ritchie. Matched up well there with Laura Evans. Ball up the top, Liv Parker. Or is it Ritchie? My
That's Ritchie,
apologies.
that's Michaela up the top there. This light just starting to allow us to see these numbers properly.
Yeah, well, it's affecting my eyesight.
Richie should have gone to Specsavers. But ball up the top here from Richie. Richie just standing still, aren't they? They're just waiting and looking for someone else to do some work here at the moment. And they need to move this ball. Just need to keep the ball moving as Richie tries to outrun someone who is probably not someone you're going to outrun. Good work there, though. She tries to get back on, just trying to do too much. You know, she's almost run 360 degrees there without another person touching the ball.
Smith inside, tough ball to take. In's given no chance. And that ball will go out. Laura Evans will allow it. She'll pick up. Game will restart. Clear now for Glenelg.
So Woodville just, they're watching at the moment. Just everyone's watching one player do something rather than playing that team game that we've seen them play over the last few weeks. And ball coming back into offense here. And that there's good movement forward there for the Seahawks. So back down the back here to Gilbert. Gilbert just tries to get around, looks in, she steps around. That's a dangerous shot, is it? Yep, that's going to be a card. That's going to be a dangerous follow-through, I'd say. And Gilbert is going to wear that one for a yellow card. So there's something we don't get in the men's game, mate.
A little bit of unawareness there, because I think Jess Frowder just snuck out the back door there.
On that left-hand side.
She just looked up and held onto that ball a little bit more. Jess Frowder might have been open there. Chelsea Gilbert now copping 2-minute yellow.
And they're big penalties, aren't they? Because one more, and you get a 5-minute penalty, you're out of the game in the women's game. So 2 yellows, and there could be another one there, but nothing called. So Froud just getting away with one. Obviously didn't pop the bubble. But the Warriors need to get some movement down here in their offensive end. They are looking at some 2-on-1. Smith just drops the ball again. They've had a bit of this fumble at the moment, haven't they, the Warriors? And that's going to be a pre-check, so it's going back to Glenelg. And so a pre-check there by... and ball comes back into Evans. Evans picks the ball up. She finds Borovnik on the outer side. Borovnik just will carry this ball into offense. And ball down the back here with Borovnik. Kicks it to Morrison. We've got a 5-1 game if you're just joining us here, live and free on LSA TV. Morrison with the ball. Under McKay. McKay with they're a man up here are the Warriors. So if they're going to send the double, you probably want to really send it, don't you, Shix?
Yeah, sitting back 3 or 4 metres, waiting for your key defender to be beaten for you then to enter into the ball game. They need to get it into someone's stick other than Jess Morrison, who is absolutely lightning quick and can run all night long.
She can go left and right.
She can go left and right.
She's not phased either way.
Problem here is the extra player, which they've just swapped up now. They're just not, number one, they're not playing that back behind, and that's going to be one on the hand. And there we go again. So Morrison, she's just going to run laps here.
Yeah.
And about to be released the penalty. There's about 4 seconds to go in the penalty. So ball, good work there from Tam after Hyde. And ball nearly pops out the back. So player on, they haven't picked up, or they have now. And kicks the ball over there. And they'll reset up the top through Evans. So good work there from Morrison, just wasting that penalty time.
Gave herself a couple of half chances, big pick and roll inside. Silvestri finds herself within scoring range, drags it back out. Lawson gets it, and she will move the ball down. No, she'll go back up top to Silvestri, who's just going to try and empty the gas tank on Olivia Parker. We go through to Morrison, the ever-ready bunny, just ready to go and go and go.
So ball back up here to Evans. Currently 5-1 up, Glenelg. Good work there from Copping. And against the defender, but allows her to get past the second time. And that one's gone wide. And Morrison will back that up, so Glenelg with another opportunity here.
Looks like they are specifically trying to drive from this top right corner, seeing that it's been effective so far when they do get shots off from here.
Well, you've got to think, Mel Ryan, left-handed keeper coming from that position. And if they can get down and shoot offside,
they've got to take a step to her left, which opens up that close pipe.
Yep.
gives you a decent amount of angle.
So Morrison just running Tam around the back and managed to get top side. And Morris, and there we go. So another save there from Ryan. And just throws the ball, which just made it hard for Copping then. And just under pressure, aren't they here, the Warriors? So
nothing coming easy, Tone, although Guinea makes running look very easy. Gets herself half a shot on the right-hand side. Draws it out. Carter comes inside. That looks to be Ritchie.
Oh, good work there from Annie Ritchie. Just one against the grain almost, wasn't it? Great run there from Denny down the outer side. Good work, good defence here from Copping to just pick that up and turn that over.
Left, just a trail cutter through there.
Great take, wasn't it? That was a really good take up high.
Very good take. Very good finish too, putting it on the deck, getting past Carly Evans.
So Glenelg come from X, again, going against the grain of what they've done. Mel gets a save, they get a clear. Woodville go the other way and score.
Whereas you say to that point, that's Mel's first of the quarter.
First save of the quarter.
And she's gone 4 from 4 shots.
And she has a big impact in getting the clear and getting a transition. So that's the other part of not letting her stick save it. You frustrate her, you don't let her make an impact on the game.
And here's an opportunity. So 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Good work there from Parker to push that down. Here we go again with Denny. Denny certainly going to push the clock here. Very limited time on it. And I reckon Denny has to go towards the cage here. If there's any time that you're going to allow someone to just get off your mark here and put a shot on, it's now, especially coming into the quarter time. That one's gone over the top. And the clock stopped here again. So do they have enough time here, Shicks, to get one in the back of the net?
Desperation calls coming from the Woodville bench. 5-3 doesn't look too bad. If they can sneak one in here, Parker to bring the ball back in. Might not be enough time for her to drive. Goes low to Mia Inch.
They've isolated her, haven't they? So isolated back, steps back. Good defence there from Morrison. Sorry, that was from Lucinda. There's that double. And we're going to end up with a 5-2 half-time lead here to the Glenelg Seahawks. And they came out of the blocks that quarter, didn't they?
Came out of the blocks firing, winning some good ball out of the centre draw. And like you said, just attacking from high side, giving themselves plenty of space. They work really well for each other off ball here on the replay.
This
180
is that one,
finance.
isn't it? Just waits for Liv to go past. Great patience there from Jamie Dinning and fired that one. And then this one here on the traditional replay, 180 finance replay. Look at the pace from Froud. Again, went low. Mel just didn't get anything near that. And top here, Morrison. She just goes at pace, doesn't she? Just gets in at pace. She's beaten those two top defenders by about 1.5 meters on the takeoff.
Comfortably.
And Morrison again down the back here, just managed to get high side. Save, that was the save from Ryan, and that's where that clear. This is where this happened here, where Dinny gets the ball down and looks inside. Really good take there from Annie Ritchie and pops it away, and they needed that one, didn't they?
They did. They definitely did.
Certainly did. 5-1 was going to be a big ask for the second half. 5-2, glimmer of hope.
So I've got some stats for you, Tone.
Yep, hit us with them, Statman.
Woodville haven't scored more than 7 goals. In fact, they've scored exactly 7 goals against Glenelg in all 3 of their games this year.
Okay, so they're currently at 2 against a 5 score line at the moment.
So
what about Glenelg?
Glenelg had 13, 8, and 6 respectively.
Okay, so even if you, what's that, 13, 8, 21, 6 by 3, you're looking at 8 goals a game, 8.5 a game. So you're saying it's going to be about a 9-goal to 7 game, 6 game.
There's good potential, but I'm saying that the key to Woodville winning this game is putting at least 7 or more in the back of the net.
Yep, you've seen that, and I'll tell you what, why wouldn't you put these guys in your back pocket? Give them a ring right now.
What is refinancing? This means moving your mortgage across to a new lender that offers a mortgage package with a more competitive interest rate and more flexible features. Some of the reasons you may choose to refinance are home renovations, to access equity in your home, a change in circumstances that requires a review of your financial situation, or consolidating your debts. Are there fees associated with refinancing? The answer is yes. That's why it's important to make sure the savings you're going to make are greater than any fees charged for refinancing. As you can see, there are many factors involved in whether refinancing is right for you. I pride myself on being a professional mortgage broker and love working with my clients for the long term. I look to structure your finances according to your goals and provide you with strategies to achieve them. For more information, please call me on 0480 311 301.
As the echo of the Go Warriors, Go Bays goes around the crowd here. Shix, what do Woodville have to do to get back into this one?
Well, they just need to find ways of getting to goal. They're not getting enough shots off. They're not getting enough time of ball in offense. Glenelg seem to be dominating through loose possession and making more of their opportunities, I suppose.
And it all starts in the centre here. And Braid, we might go to a... We'll come back to you for centre draws. But ball back in the centre here. Haynes up against Parker. Parker just doesn't take that one with Herb, and Morrison gets the centre draw. So that's the way Glenelg would have wanted to start, get the one out. It is a 5-2 game if you're just joining us here live and free on LSA TV. We hope you're enjoying the coverage, and we thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to be able to bring this to you. And this quarter it is Young Real Estate SA. Get in touch with youngrealestatesa.com.au or 1300 768 573 as Glenelg look to just put a little bit more scoreboard pressure on this Warriors team.
A lot more threatening through their offensive drives, Glenelg. Silvestri there will kick the ball out, Haynes, and they'll have another look here. Gilbert back out there. That might be Beckett down low, or is that Froud? It's Beckett. Back to Gilbert. So looking at driving that back corner. Space up high, finds a good help D. Offload outside Haynes. Go down low again. Braden, looks like despite your stats, they're looking at attacking that back corner. Dinning again, popping out. Free space.
Free space. And Dinning...
hardly 3 seconds since you caught it.
Definite free space there. She just stepped straight into that shooting lane. So Dinning, she's been good tonight too. Already with a couple on the board. Very smart lacrosse player is Jamie Dinning, and just kicks it back down to Beckett, and they'll reassess to come from that X position again. So Beckett with the ball, looking to drive that side, picked up by Kit McKay. Ball back up the top here to Morrison. Morrison, this is where they've been driving from and scoring successfully. Looks inside, good inside, just rolls around, Copping, pops, and that's, don't know, did that come off the bar or the stick, whatever, save.
Might have been pipe.
And just the outlet, just rushed the outlet there. And good pick up there from B. McKay. And gets
out of bounds.
No call. As B. McKay gets up very slowly, but deemed to have stepped out of bounds before any contact.
Did Jess beat her to the spot there?
Well, it was definitely call was out of bounds before any contact there. So, and we're sitting near the respective coach's box to this end, and they didn't agree with that call in the nicest possible way.
Evans down to Morrison, who's been electric tonight. Parker gets her, jams her up in the hips, but frees herself up, bit of space. Beckett, unfamiliar territory.
I was going to say, normally in that X position is Darcy Beckett, looking to just draw her opponent out. That is Annie Ritchie.
Forever popping up in the right spots, Darcy Beckett.
Yeah, she certainly is that real team player, so just hits the ground there. Who's down the back there? Just hit the ground. That is Evans. No,
Jamie.
Is that
Dinning?
Jamie?
Yep.
Sorry. Just a little slow to get up there. Just found the those white lines must be slippery on the...
Yellow card for the Turf Monster down the back corner.
Shix has given one.
Yep.
Hey, two yellow cards turns into a red for the Grass Monster. He's got one for the night.
Evans looking at that match up there. Morrison now. It might be with Dinny giving herself plenty of space. Two speedsters. Left, right, left, right. Well deed, well deed. Ball off
Good
there.
on the outer side here to Beckett. Beckett just draws.
Back
Nothing there. All shut down by the Warriors. Certainly a lot more movement in this offensive end, isn't there?
Now they've got a little match up here. That might be a little Morrison v Parker. Dinning now. Oh, has some space. Doesn't mind that. That was a poor switch call. Not taken advantage by. Kicks out. Haynes.
She'll just take a little bit of time off the ball. Steps inside McKay. Looks over to Denning. Denning fires. Oh, that's hit someone. Something's hit something. And Denning down. And I think Bianca Copping might have worn that one as well. Is that
I
Copping?
think she has
Oh, that is hit her with that ball, I reckon.
This could be a double yellow card here.
double yellow.
Potentially.
Oh,
think
that shot has...
I think the defender has maybe hit the shooter.
Let's have a look at this again. We get a great replay here.
And then the
Stepped
follow
up.
through.
Oh,
Oh, what's
They've
happened
both
there?
copped it.
they've both copped it there. So the follow through of the shot has taken out Copping. Dinning got taken out and Copping coming off. She's injured a...
So it looks like it's a
Thumb by
no
the look
call.
of it.
Looks like it's a no call.
She's definitely injured something here, Copping. She's done a thumb.
I reckon
By the look of it, or a hand.
I reckon it's thumb.
So ball, Copping. So not happy with a call there in Copping.
I think it was just a rack on the knuckle,
And
maybe.
she got a yellow card for that Copping. Called for a bar check push. So
Bar check push.
or whatever they call it. A push. Well, she's been called for a check.
Right, okay.
And she got a 2-minute yellow. So Morrison, she steps inside and shut down there by Glenelg. Tam picked up. There's plenty of numbers there. Parker comes out with it. She extracts it out of the glue, but just throws it forward. And that's just not a great pass. Nor is that one, just quietly, but it could work coming down the back corner. And ball to be won on the deck. So that's going to be a Glenelg ball as Tam tried to use her body to push the player away. And ball down the back here with the... Who is that down there? That's Beckett. So Beckett kicks the ball down to Gilbert. Gilbert looks up. Just Evans by herself here. No one on Evans. Goes to step in with this man-up situation. So looking to work this right-hand side. Just needs to move the ball. Their man up here. So defenders just sliding in and out here.
Very much in control though, Glenelg, ball-wise. This is a long offensive set. A couple of shutdowns, but repossessions. Huge goal this next one. Evans moves it across there.
They're just not creating that 2-on-1 at the moment, are they, Glenelg?
They're an extra player too, Tone.
And that's about to be released as we see Butterfield come on. But there we go. Kicks inside. Good defense there from, I think that was Annie Ritchie coming through there. And
Good pick up there. Kit McKay. Outlet to Often High.
move it up, and here we
Upfield to
go.
Butterfield.
opportunity here for the Warriors. They have... So
30 seconds, called
What do you reckon? Can they get one?
Who's low? Gotta push that. Clock's on! Go the goal!
We're sorry you missed it. We're sorry you missed it.
but we tried our hardest.
How are you, mate? Here we go. I met someone who knows you the other day. One Sean Sooley.
Go green!
So I'm working for Stanley Black & Decker now.
Adriana, no, B, top.
Oh, there you have.
B, top, up.
We're back. We're back. We're back.
Just there.
We're back, and for everyone that missed that, David Copperfield just stuck his hand in, and there's a goal to Woodville. That was through Olivia Parker. It is 5-3. Clock is on the field, and we've got another whistle there, and Tracy Filippi with the and nothing there. So it is a 5-3 game here, Shix. It's just heated up a little bit.
It has. That was a big score there at the end. They've been starved of attacking opportunities, Braden. How many shots on goals?
Shots on goal that quarter, they only had a few. Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
Carly came up with a few big saves, and then that one by Olivia Parker, she put it right in the bottom off stick side corner. Caught it well above her head, so changed the angles. Heat. Carly didn't have much of a chance, really. Great finish. It's good to see Olivia Parker get involved, because she's had 2 points, all 3 games actually that they played. So of their 7, she's been involved in 2 every time. So it's good to see her getting involved and contributing towards that.
And these guys contribute to the ability to bring this to you. So we'll hear a word from our sponsors.
What is refinancing? This means moving your mortgage across to a new lender that offers a mortgage package with a more competitive interest rate and more flexible features. Some of the reasons you may choose to refinance are home renovations, to access equity in your home, a change in circumstances that requires a review of your financial situation, or consolidating your debts. Are there fees associated with refinancing? The answer is yes. That's why it's important to make sure the savings you're going to make are greater than any fees charged for refinancing. As you can see, there are many factors involved in whether refinancing is right for you. I pride myself on being a professional mortgage broker and love working with my clients for the long term. I look to structure your finances according to your goals and provide you with strategies to achieve them. For more information, please call me on 0480 311 301.
We come back to live fourth quarter action. It's 2-goal game. Boys, key to winning this one.
The key for me is for Woodville to be able to stop Jess Morrison from impacting the scoreboard. She's only got 2 goals tonight. I say only, but she's had average 4.3 in their 3 matchups this year. So they've managed to limit her so far, and if they can continue to do so, it'll go a long way towards winning the game.
And you, Shix, you're...
Woodville just need opportunities, right? They need to create more opportunities. So I think defensively they're going okay. 5-3, 0 quarter there for Glenelg. Probably right, Braden. Limit their attacking prowess. Get more ball out the middle here. Liv Parker.
So a quick one here for the Warriors would be the way the coaches would have drawn this up. But there we go. See Jess Morrison, and there's going to be a call against the Warriors there. That will go the way of Morrison. So she will bring the ball into offense. She has Lucinda Silvestri just over the top. She has Haynes also in the middle. So she'll want to run this out because that's what she likes to do.
She does do a large body of work even if she isn't impacting the scoreboard.
So Keely Shido, good work there from Bianca McKay. And good check. Great. Oh, that was a pretty good check, I thought.
Yeah, it's a large bubble, isn't it? She cradles that ball
well
very,
the
very
cylinder.
high. Yeah.
That was almost vertically outside the cylinder, but a call on the outer side there. So ball down the back here with Beckett. Kicks it to Dinning. Dinning's been good tonight. Inside from Jess Morrison. There we go. Just picks it up. Ball needed to be won there. It still needs to be won. Woodville an opportunity. Just really needs to be won. And there's a ward. No, there's no ward. That's called a hold.
Got to limit the chances here. These second chance efforts on Cage. Woodville need to shut down to be any chance. They need more time, ball down their end. And Dinning, the experience now, just says, we'll just take a little bit of air out of the ball.
So ball back up the top here with Morrison. And we saw then, Jess, the ability for her to get in on Cage. She almost looked like she was in a shooting action. And looks inside. Great cut there down the bottom. A flag on the play. And there's going to be a 3-second call there. Ball up the top with Morrison. We've seen what she does from this point, don't we?
Braden,
to the cage.
Braden, we mentioned during the break the girls aren't blowing away from shots on the fan, but what can get you in there is raw speed like Morrison.
Takeoff speed as well.
That's got to be a dangerous shot. That's hit the player in front of her. No call on that shot.
Was it the player's stick time?
No, definitely hit the player as they got up rubbing it.
Rubbing the stick.
Rubbing the stick.
Maybe it propelled the stick into the player time.
Yeah, maybe that's where the rub was.
Kit McKay being very solid down here. Darcy Beckett
But
up to Dinning.
we like that pace from Morrison, though, don't we? Coming off that 15-metre.
Trying to make something happen, giving herself as much angle as she can.
Silvestri down the lanes, out the back, another speeds to Gilbert. Shut down Annie Ritchie on Haynes. Gilbert still going, cutters go through. Dinning pops out the top.
Free space called there as Tam's just...
Making very little effort, so unless that's coaching ploy, Dinning finds the early outlet. Oh, there's not a lot wrong. Well, maybe there is. Okay, got on the acrylics, and we don't want to see any scratches on the enamel time.
No, definitely not, mate. They cost money. So ball with Beckett.
Playing well, Beckett.
Trying to shut off Morrison up here a little, just not allow her to get the ball. And
thought I could hear the clock ticking in the background there, Tone.
Tick tick. No, that was
used to be me all the time on the pen. Backdoor cut, Dinning.
And again, just getting that one past Ryan.
Just getting those shots from in front of the goal, giving himself the most to shoot at.
And we see here on the Young Real Estate SA replay.
Look at that, open feed, Beckett, right place, right time,
Tam
great
just
pass.
left her and good shot.
Backdoor cuts are the easiest goals you're ever going to get.
They are.
And it is now a 6-3 game here with about 11 minutes to go in the fourth.
11 minutes, I reckon we're down to just below that in Celsius talk, Tone. I think we are...
You reckon it's going down by the clock?
Well, I just tried to run the pen out, and the old ballpoint's getting a bit sticky. She's 8.5 here at the Chook House.
8.5. It's a beautiful, clear night, and we're going to have a redraw there, as that one is deemed to be illegal.
Sorry? Yeah, no, 8.5 feels like, yeah, you're right. I didn't see that. It feels like 7.4.
So Woodville definitely going to have to get to their magical 7-goal number here to stand any chance of winning tonight.
Well, we see the women's game, don't we? And stepped over an advantage. Oh, no possession on that call.
Interesting.
And allowed to step over, and the official was right on the line.
Yeah.
Oh, she called possession. Oh, I was going to say, there was a... There we go.
Backdoor here. Dinny gets it on the right. A big foul.
And another card here.
It has to be, doesn't it?
Who's that going? That's Shido. That's 5 minutes. So the Warriors will play the next 5 minutes man up.
The yellow-red tone.
Yellow-red. It's a tough.
Back to my question earlier,
Sorry.
Braden, to who has got the most yellow cards this year. I'll tell you who'll be the quickest to 10 yellow cards or 5 red cards in their career, and that would have to be Keely Shido this season.
She's pretty good at finding a way to get in the scoreboard or in the stat sheet at least. But I mean, someone's got to pick up Ella Drury's slack, don't they?
There's got to be a loose player here because one's being shot off. So you've got Olivia who is being shut off up the top, and just watching the shut off. Butterfield, she doesn't find herself down in the offence too much. So they're man up. They're still trying to drive through here, and good save there again from Carly Evans, who gets out the cage with pace.
Turnover. Not a good high percentage shot. Gilbert now will hit the Jets. Dinny to chase her down. Whistle blown.
Let Woodville get in front and set up the wall.
Gilbert will go.
Oh, here we go.
Great check, but she's got it out in front. Parker comes to help out.
Pick the ball up, just misses and allows Glenelg
got numbers
offense.
here.
So they ran.
Jeez, 2 man down, and they still had an extra number there. They could push that if they really wanted to.
And Woodville are going to have to work really hard here in defence for this. So they're going to have to lock off, and they're going to have to run this. And Froud, she looks like she's up for the fight, doesn't she? She's just running away from her 2 defenders. Liv needs to get right on that. If she's going to play that second player, she's got to get right on that, doesn't she?
Yeah, Beckett dropping out the back door, getting that easy pass.
You'd wager they probably get Jess Morrison into the offensive third here soon.
Lucinda Silvestri, she could almost go on in then.
Yep, Jess Morrison coming in. Now she'll probably get to have a little bit of a run.
So, if they're going to double the ball, they're going to have to double this. And it's, at the moment, Glenelg just running rings around it.
Cutting sways through
Morrison,
the middle.
she's not going to go anywhere.
Oh, big time save from Mel Ryan.
And they need to get the ball down the other end. And have they got a transition goal? But look at Froud. She's got the knees up, hasn't she, against Butterfield?
She has. Good help-out defence. Glenelg just seem to want it a little more at the moment. Shutting down half opportunities. Woodville creating ins, driving, collecting, card up. Shot wide.
And but at least she's putting in everything there, Mia.
Smith to bring the ball back in. So a shot on cage, or just off cage, we'll call that one. But a shot nevertheless.
So ball in Woodville's stick. They're still in a man. They still man up here
for probably quite some time.
Yep, 6-3 the score.
So we see how quickly you can score in this women's game, but they just don't look like they're a man up, do they? At the moment,
they don't.
They look like they're just playing. Both just
taking a tumble.
And deemed to have used the body there as Butterfield. So I don't think anyone else saw any of that, but deemed to use the body. And Gilbert will find her way inside. Fires, and that's gone through the 5-hole. You reckon she's warming up at the moment?
That's the issue with trying to double the ball tone. Sometimes you get split, and there's nothing in the middle.
So,
right.
Yes.
Great efforts, Chelsea. Gilbert. Morrison on the clear. Beckett breaking out. They turned a person down opportunity into an offensive threat. Gilbert was good. We thought the Butterfield check was nice. Dispossession.
And you don't hate that, do you? Put the nail in the coffin, you know. Even just because you're a person down doesn't mean you can't go score the goal.
Opportunity for Glenelg to score. Gilbert took it on. The doubling wasn't great, was it? It was 1v1 with a backup defender, but once you beat one at speed, you got pace coming at the second one.
The thing is that down in their offensive end, they're in a man-up situation. They got a 5-minute yellow-red card, and it looked like they were the ones who were man down. They get it down in their defensive end, and they looked like they should have been one up, and they got past too easy.
I don't know if it's just me, Tone, but it just looks like Glenelg have more energy out here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not sure if they're fitter, if they're potentially getting through their subs more. Not really sure what's going on, but even in that man-down set, they were the ones out there pressuring.
And you can hear here, can't you? I mean, whenever it's not going for you, you feel like the world's on top of you. But you know what? The work ethic there in that defensive end, to when they're trailing a player behind for the double, they're not putting any pressure whatsoever. They've got to really just step up and get that happening. So.
Yeah, defensive plans have obviously been to face guard one-on-one Olivia Parker and let the rest work it out. And it's working for them.
Well, I found that Olivia Parker had a hand in almost every goal I saw last week in the first half. So probably watched that film and took a lot from that.
So about 5 minutes to go in this prelim final, and ball, they're going to have to score here, Woodville, if there are any chance whatsoever to get in on the cage. And ball is there in Dinny's stick. She's fought hard tonight, has Holly Dinny.
She has, yep, just lacking some help around her, I think. McKay hasn't really penetrated too much at all. Big cut from Parker overseen there. McKay goes low, big ball, terrible pass.
Terrible pass, and didn't give Holly much of a chance. Oh, sorry, Mia much of a chance then. And there's an option coming back the other way.
Haynes.
And Haynes just tucking the ball in under pressure. Great work there from Parker. But good work there from Dinning. Dinning just picks the ball up. Oh, I'll tell you what, she's brought the hot knife through butter tonight, hasn't she?
She turns out of trouble so well. She's done that a few times tonight. Comes up with the ball. Really important for those contested ground balls.
So Glenelg with about 4:20 to go. Though the winner of this goes through to the grand final to meet Brighton next week. And that was a bit of a push there by Tam on Beckett. Beckett just kicks the ball up here to Morrison. Morrison been outstanding tonight.
Excellent. Just huge impact on the game, defensively, offensively. Willing to just attack and cut swathes through the defense, just like that.
But you can't leave her. She's just gone, isolate me here, as has Morrison. Morrison wants the isolation.
There we go, finally 2 on the ball carrier, but it is against the Glenelg speedster. Morrison just turns into an offensive threatening position. Doesn't need to score, doesn't need to turn it over.
No, just happy to play the smart game.
And look at the...
So ball with the stick of Beckett. Just looks up, again, gives it to Morrison. And again, if you're looking at the screen, use the QR code to get in touch with Human Real Estate, sa.com.au, 1300 768 573, as Morrison just leaves Parker in her wake there. And just taking out some time out of the game, aren't they? They're literally just taking some air out of the tyres.
Yeah, no rush at all. So great opportunity, Tone, like you said, to click on that QR code. Have a little scroll through the web. Oh, dear. Hayes on, catches as the defenders just get out of her way.
Don't they like that?
Instead of playing D, they just said, nah, I'm not interested in this. I'm out of the way. I'm out of here. I'm checking out.
And Lily Hayes as a whole, she's just put one away. We see here on the Young Real Estate Traditional 180 Finance replay. Just steps down. No one comes to her.
Shuffled a little to her left, give herself a bit more angle, and powered it away.
Just a step to the left.
To the left, to the left.
Yep. Or as the Dutch side once said, pass to the Dutchie down the left-hand side. We've got to pass. No. I'm sure that's what the Dutch soccer team sing.
Yeah, well, they might be doing that, yes.
2 minutes to go here. It is 8-3. Looks like Glenelg heading to another grand final. Or 2 minutes to go. There is the cowbell and opportunity here, and Silvestri looks to take that opportunity. A good work out there. That was, looks down and just fires a ball. Just nothing going right here for the Warriors at the moment. And ball on the outer side here to Beckett, and she's put a lot of balls up.
Borovnik clears it out. McKay, good battle here. Ball goes to ground.
It's a green ball. And that one's off the foot of Borovnik. I was going to say that's...
she's pretty close there.
She's very close there. In a men's game, that's a penalty. That's a... as the ball kicks back over, she tries to find her sister, and Beckett trying to pick pockets out there. And
again,
that'll be a
right place, right time. The ever-reliable Darcy Beckett, right place, right time. You don't pinpoint that pass. She mops up the slops. Now making it very, very difficult for Woodville.
Well, about a minute to go. We've got in this one, it is an 8-5 game. And stay tuned after this because we got the big clash between the Glenelg Seahawks and the North Eagles coming up in their prelim final in the men. So stay tuned to LSA TV. But it looks like that the Glenelg Seahawks will be heading to another grand final. And ball up the top here to Denning, and good interception there. The clock is about to go on the field. That's going to be a Glenelg ball, though. That came a tip off of Woodville's stick.
Terrible call.
That was a terrible call. That's come off a stick of a Woodville stick. And that will be a Glenelg ball as that tipped off. No, not to be. And I'll tell you what, Chicks. I don't need to go to Specsavers on that one.
No complaining, though, at this stage of the game. Clock is on, 30 seconds left, and a little gun ball to the keeper. Carly Evans, fitting way to end, ball on her stick. She's denied everything tonight. Woodville haven't come up with the answers. Glenelg still stinging after last week's semi-final loss. Come out victors tonight, 8-5.
And what do you think? Well, for me, there's only one at the moment. I mean, Jamie Denning did a great job, but I think Jess Morrison was outstanding tonight.
Oh, just
player of the game.
Absolute workhorse. So many ground balls, countless ground balls, in fact. All through the middle, definitely for me.
You, Shicks?
Yep, let's get her in.
Anything? And goal scorers? We want to go through the goal scorers just for that as we...
Just singles for Woodville, I reckon. Holly Denny started the proceedings tonight. One in the first, one in the second to Annie Ritchie, one in the third to Olivia Parker. They didn't trouble the scorers in the fourth, unfortunately. 3 for the match. Glenelg, on the other hand, a couple of just the single there to Lily Hayes in that late in that last quarter. Chelsea Gilbert added to her quota for 2. Jess Morrison, power work through the midfield. She scored early and scored well for 2. But Jamie Denning, the experienced Jamie Denning, 3 goals to help the Bays through to another grand final.
And as we get Jess Morrison just coming over to have a quick chat to us,
where are we going? What's the setup here?
We'll come over there. Lift. As we squeeze in here to one Jess Morrison. Congratulations, off to another big dance.
Yeah, pretty exciting, pretty tough, but we got out there and we held strong, so super stoked to be able to get that next game.
And
yep.
you look like you came to play tonight. We talked about your pre-game,
yep.
that you may be one of those matchups that they really need to hold up, and Raiden had the stats tonight, and they were pretty spot on. What was it, 4 point something?
4.3 so far, every game that you've played Woodville, and so their aim was to stop you, but they couldn't, and got enough on the board.
Yeah, I mean, our team just worked so well together, and yeah, stopping one person isn't going to stop our team, so I think, yeah, we just made a real good effort to stick to what we knew what we could do, and yeah.
And Lily Hayes there in the end, is that her first senior goal?
I believe it's her second.
Second,
but
okay. It looked like the first late in the game.
Yeah.
And but you must be pleased now to tick that one off and get to meet Brighton next week at the beautiful Woodville Across Cover. It's looking fine down there at the moment.
Yeah, hopefully a bit of bounce. Hopefully the rain doesn't stop that this week. But yeah, pretty exciting. You know, we talked about process a lot this week, and I think we weren't looking forward to next week at all. We were just focusing on what we did this game, and I think that really helped us. So, yeah.
So 1 week at a time.
1 week at a time.
Excellent.
Listen to my pre-game. Van Morrison today, brown-eyed girl.
Good girl. Good girl.
A little bit of Van Morrison in the pre-game. Well, there you go for the LSA TV viewers. It doesn't take a bit of Queen. We are the champions. A little bit of Van Morrison.
A little bit of that. A little
no
bit
gym?
of 70s.
No gym?
No gym today.
Okay.
Is that just because of the last name?
Yeah, she always calls me Jim, and so
okay.
this is
good.
Hey, well, congratulations. Off to the big dance next week. We wish you all the best for the grand final against Brighton. And maybe you can get it done like you did down at Brighton a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, we'll have a good game and we'll see what we can do.
Excellent. Our player of the match, Jess Morrison, will joining us. We'll let her go now and
good job, Jess.
get to the team. Thanks, Jess. Great job out there. And as she gets her stuff altogether, and that was a good game. Congratulations to the Glenelg Seahawks onto a grand final. Commiserations to the Woodville Rose. They had a good season.
They did. They did. I guess they left it all out on the field as well. They chased hard. They swung the sticks hard, Tone, didn't they?
Both teams swung their sticks hard.
They did. They just couldn't get over the line. Glenelg probably just too many answers for them today, and we'll see another good grand final next week.
Can't wait to see these two teams, the Glenelg Seahawks and the Brighton Bombers, go head-to-head as they have in the last couple of years. And last year it was pretty close, so maybe this year, who knows. But we're going to wrap it up here from Rooster Park until the sticks are swinging. Braden Munn, Craig Schicker, we'll see you very shortly for another one.
Right, you will.